Bonjour my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. I love breads. They're my weaknesses, although I do have a few more. Making them at home is another ball game entirely. They're so fresh, plus there's always some bragging rights that come along with making them, like English muffins. When buying them from the store, they're heavy and dense, but these homemade ones are light, fluffy, and incredibly tasty. So let's get cooking. In a bowl of a stand mixer, we'll add active dry yeast, some lukewarm milk between 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and honey because yeast loves sweet. We'll stir to mix and let it proof for 7 to 8 minutes. A few minutes later, the mixture will be foamy, indicating that the yeast is alive. So to this, we'll add melted butter and a large egg, both at room temperature. Using the paddle attachment, we'll process on medium speed until well combined, about a minute. When we make any kind of bread, we're normally using the dough hook, but not for this recipe. To this, we'll add the dry ingredients, which is a combination of flour and salt. We'll process on low speed until just combined before increasing to medium, and we'll mix for 7 minutes, scraping the sides and the bottom of the bowl as needed. When time is up, this is how our dough will be. It's super sticky. It's insane. Look at this. It's ridiculous. But that's what we want, and it's fine. So what we'll do is to transfer it to a large bowl that has been generously oiled with canola or grapeseed, your choice. We'll cover the bowl with a clean dish towel and transfer to a draft-free area such as the oven with, of course, no heat on. We'll let it rise for 2 hours or until it doubles in size. Very nice. Look at this. Next, we'll cover the bowl with plastic wrap and transfer to the fridge for at least 8 hours, but overnight is better. Later, or the next day, we'll line a large baking sheet with either a silicone mat or parchment paper, and we'll evenly sprinkle on some cornmeal, although you can use semolina. Then we'll set aside. Now, on a well-floured work surface, we'll draw the dough and form a ball by pulling under. We'll flour the top as well as our hands and gently spread the dough out to about ½ an inch of thickness. I want you to be gentle with it because we don't want to knock the air out. And if the dough starts to retract, let the gluten relax for a minute or two. We'll go back again until nicely stretched. Next, using a 3-inch, or in my case, 3.5-inch cookie cutter, we'll dip it in flour because the dough is still sticky and cut rounds with it. We'll transfer them to the prepared baking dish. Each time, we'll have to dip the cutter in flour. I'm serious, it's still very sticky. At one point, we'll be left with scraps, and it's okay because we'll be reusing them. We just have to fold the dough under to form a ball, flour the work surface, stretch it again down to ½ an inch thick, and cut more rounds in it, dipping the cutter in flour each time. When there's 12 muffins, we'll sprinkle more cornmeal on top, cover with a clean dish towel. Do I have to say clean every time? Isn't that common sense? Anyway, we'll cover and let it proof for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll heat up a cast iron pan on medium heat. We want our pan very hot. When the proofing time is over, we'll reduce the heat to medium-low, lightly sprinkle the pan with more cornmeal, And working in batches, we'll place about 3 to 4 muffins, leaving 2 inches in between as they will expand. We'll place the lid on and cook for 8 to 10 minutes or until golden brown. Something similar to this. Are they pretty or what? And they smell amazing. We'll flip them, place the lid on, and cook for a little less, maybe 7 minutes, but we'll check on them. Now, here are mine after 7 minutes. The color on both sides is exactly what it should be. They're not hot, and the internal temperature should be at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, although they're still a little soft. So what we'll do is to transfer them to a wire rack to cool, and of course, we'll check if the internal temperature is at the right spot. See? 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect. Before we start the second batch, we can push a cornmeal on the side. But if your fire alarm is finicky like mine, it's better just to get rid of it. We'll lightly sprinkle on some fresh cornmeal and cook a few more muffins. If we want, we can cook the muffins sitting in the cutters. I personally don't like the final result, and here's why. I find their edges too perfect. Plus, they're very puffy. I prefer the look of the homey muffins, slightly crooked. To me, they look more like a biscuit than an English muffin. But feel free to use either way. When ready to enjoy, we'll slice them with a serrated knife. On the blog, I give more info about storage and how to freeze them, so check it out. And my friends, these are our English muffins. Incredibly delicious, these homemade little guys are much better than the ones from the store. Light, soft, and fluffy, they're a great addition to your breakfast menu. Spread them with butter, jam, or use them when making eggs benny, and you'll see how delightful they are. I hope you give them a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts, directions, and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!